Okay, so let me show you how to just when you have to connect your VS Code, how you have to create. So we have to write VS Code here, and I have VS Code installed in my system.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, So for up now, this is my old one. Okay, this is my some other org. So I will do one thing. New window.
Yeah.
Okay, so new window is will be opening. So now let me close this. I don't want this thing.
So then one question which I have is like, you install this VS Code and
Hmm.
you're trying to connect to our org and you're trying to get something from our org, it's like a project or something.
Hmm.
Now, developers, they do the code check-in in GitHub or GitLab and those kind of repositories, right? So
Hmm.
would you be able to also cover that part, like how is a code being checked in and checked out and how do we do that part?
See, for that we can do, but it will be means we will just cover that part also, but that we have some account on GitHub, right? We have command git dot add. So it
Yeah,
just means I will just cover that topic, but I will have to create an account in Git because that code will be deployed to a Git is a different topic, right? For
yeah,
example, I will just cover that. I can cover that command which is used for just pulling code from the Git and pulling back the code to the Git. So that
mm,
command I can cover. Okay,
okay.
I will just create an account also for your better understanding. I will create a Git account to push my code there. How to create a
And
repository part. Hmm.
yeah, and our developers use something called as Git flow. So, if you go into Google and you type in Git flow, you get a diagram of it. So I'm just
Git
trying,
Git flow
yeah, Git flow.
Git flow diagram.
Yeah, the first one, not this
This
one.
one.
Yeah. So currently our org uses this one, and if you can in the later stages cover how this Git works and how is the check-ins happening. So because they're talking
Okay.
about branches and everything, right? From a high level. Yeah.
See, again means I will try to cover because see I will cover means how to push your code to the branch or how to create a repository on the Git and how to push your code. And if we are talking about specifically this tool, right? What is Git flow diagram? So I
Yeah.
will just cover means how to means I will just see basically all the it is just means just a flow only how we are pushing the code. Let me say master hotfix release develop feature. Okay, okay, this is like a branch only, like it is like a branch only. From the master you will have a child branch, right? From the child you can break another that one. It is like that only, and I have to check what is Git flow model. Okay, okay. I will check this part. Basically, whatever it will be, but point is that you should know how to push your code to the Git and how to take a pull, how to create a merge request, how to add up. Means you should know about the Git commands only. The point is that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So we will talking about. So today we will talking about VS Code, right? So how to connect our org with the VS Code and how to retrieve the code, how to
Mm.
deploy the code. That part we will talk about today.
Mhm.
So when you want to create a project for your org, so what you have to do, you have to create a folder. In that folder, you will put your all the what all the classes, workflow, apex. So that automatically created by the command only.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you will do, Control Shift P. So when you do Control Shift P, you will be redirected to this pop-up screen. Let me let me write also because it will be easy for you. Notepad. So what you will do to create to create project folder, project file, file. So So I will just con, so I will do control cnt. I am writing control plus shift shift plus p. Got it? Control
Yeah.
shift p.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when you do this, so your this screen will have the control shift p. So this my screen is opening. Okay. So what I will do? SFDS. SFDS means Salesforce command. When
Mm-hmm.
it comes to SFDX, it is talking, yeah, it is a SFDX command. So when we are executing with the UI, right? So
Mm-hmm.
what we will do, create a project with manifest. After clicking on this, wait for some time, it is activating that extension, that SFDX command one. So automatically it will give a that screen to create a name. See. So now we are having a three part here: standard, empty, analytical. So
Yeah.
basically we work with the standard one. So
Mm-hmm.
after clicking on the standard, you have to give your project name, that folder name in which all your file will be coming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let me give you that demo, demo folder for learning earlier. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be my project name.
Yeah.
Okay. After clicking on this, it is asking me where I want to create this project folder.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I go to my desktop, I will just put my in a desktop. So okay, now it is saying create project. So
Yeah.
that automatically give an option to create a project. Create a project. See, yes, I trust this. See, my project folder is created.
Mm-hmm.
If you see
Are you able to remove that star sign there onto your left hand side? Oh,
this one,
yeah.
this it is it not goes when I if I have to. It is a brightness one. If I used to remove it, see if you see now, you see some
No,
system in a
no,
problem,
no, that's okay.
problem system. So it is okay means you understand till here,
Yeah, yeah, I understood. Yeah.
or should I repeat?
No, no, no. You just open this one and you connect it to the project and created a folder.
So basically what we have done till now, we have created a folder for our project. So see how it is creating automatically because we are using a sfdx command.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when you this project will be created, so how it will be looking? So here we are getting a config JSON file. What do you have? Demo company developer. This is a settings. But basically where main folder will be inside force app inside main inside default. So these
Mm-hmm.
all are the main components. For example, application, right? Aura component will come inside this. Apex classes will come inside this because it is empty because we have not retrieved anything till now. Just we are creating a folder.
Mm-hmm.
Each folder having nothing. If I flexi pages, layout, LWC component will come in here. Object, all the objects, permission set, static resource, my tabs, my triggers, Apex triggers. So this is my folder.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is my folder. And if I go to manifest, it is an XML file. This XML file is used to take a retrieve from the org.
Okay.
Okay. This is this is my XML file which is used for retrieving the anything whatever you want to retrieve from the org. This is the XML file. For example, if you want to retrieve Apex classes, so you will what how it the syntax is, you have to type inside the type you have two parameters. One will be the name, what you want to retrieve, and and what one is a member. It is a
Mm-hmm.
means whatever the component you want, component type and component name. For example, if you want to get LWC, you will write LWC here and the LWC names.
No.
Okay. So basically star means when what star defines, star is defines how
Oh.
many classes in your system are. it will retrieve all the classes. It will not take with a specific name. It will retrieve all the Apex classes from your system,
Mhm.
in which this folder will be connected.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we have Apex pages. It is a XML file, means whatever you want to, whenever whatever you want to take a retrieve. This is Apex trigger. This is Lightning component bundle. Lightning component bundle means LWC.
Mhm.
LCB. Okay. And for taking a Aura component, we will just use this path, Aura definition bundle.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is way we can retrieve our code. Now, if you want to check in your folder where this has creating, you can go here. We have desktop, right? In our desktop, we have created fold this. We are seeing this folder.
Yeah.
This is my folder. Inside this all is showing it there, right?
Mhm.
Dot husky dot sfdx vs code config this. Inside this, we have all the files. Inside main, inside default, this all are my folder, which are visible here.
Okay.
And you understand the pathway now, how to, means you understand the path now, how to go the path. If
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
see now, it is force app, then we have slash main, then we have default. Inside default, we have this many folders.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to go in the application, if you let me go here, you know how to go to the application. You will click on here, and inside this force app, you have this main. If you see in the above, it is creating a path also.
Mhm.
Inside this learning folder, we have force app folder, then we have main, then it comes default. Inside default, we have application.
Yeah.
Okay, understood?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, I want my Apex class. This is a empty fold, nothing we have.
Mhm.
It is like a empty jug. Now I have to fill all the folders, right?
Mhm.
So to f- to fill with the folder, so we have to connect with something, right?
Mhm.
So how to connect? Control Shift P. You will get this many options.
Yeah.
Now you have command sfdx authorize and org.
Mhm.
So once clicking on this, it is asking to you in which org you want to connect.
Yeah.
Default project means whenever you have means you have already connected to some org, you will defaultly give this org. Okay.
Mhm.
Production org is org where we have a live code, live project code.
Mhm.
Sandbox are the lower orgs,
Yeah.
right? But whenever we just work for the companies, so we work on a sandbox org,
Yeah.
right? But today we are working on our own org, right? We are not working on a company org, and that is org called login, means that is called a production org only.
Mhm.
Whenever you log in, we don't do test.salesforce.com. What we do? We will do login.salesforce.com. So
Yeah.
it is just like a production org. Once
Mhm.
clicking on this production org, you have to specify your org name. So let me say demo or training. So I'm just giving the org name. Okay. After clicking on this, it is automatically open your screen to authorize to an org. So it is authorizing. Okay. It will open your screen. I think, yeah, it is open. I think. See, it has
Mhm.
opened here. So until we just click on login. Once we click on login, this will be automatically say your connection is authorized.
Okay.
For of now, it is running, right?
Yeah.
Because we have not clicked on login page till now. So once we click on login and our sandbox sorry, my org open, so automatically it will say, see, it say authorization and org successfully run.
Mhm.
Understood?
Yeah.
Okay, then fine. This week comes to this part. See, this part is we are coming here. Now let me go to my Apex classes where we are working. So my test class was this class. Okay. So I will copy my this class. So I don't want all classes, right?
Mm.
I want this class only. So I will replace with this is not Apex classes. Where is Apex class? Here is Apex class. Let me paste this. Okay.
Okay.
Then we have this again. We have some other class, right? Let me close this. Close this. Then we have this class also. We have to cover this class, right?
Mhm.
So let me do one thing. Where is my
So you're just
function?
trying to bring these classes onto your VS Code.
Yes. So I will give, and I don't want whole class means all classes of my org. So I'm specifically giving my names of the class which I want. Otherwise, I will when I will do start, it will give all the classes of my org.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't want that part. Then we have account where it is on which contact. Okay, and I want trigger also, right?
Yeah.
Let count. Let me go there.
Dan, I think you already answered this question. I just want to get reminded on this one. So you remember how I asked you about the triggers and how many triggers are there? You said every object will have one trigger, and how many
Mm-hmm.
classes? You said it's very hard for us to get the number of classes and all these things, right? My other question is, if you go into the reports or dashboards or some tool, can we extract the list of all the Aura components, LWCs, classes, and everything, just like an extract, like Workbench or Go Anywhere?
Oh, if you want to extract all the Apex classes.
All the Apex classes, like I want to see how many Apex classes my org has, how many LWCs my org has, and everything. Is there
Mm-hmm.
a tool to extract everything, or it's not possible to do it?
It is possible to extract all the things. Means you want to extract or you want to count.
I want extract and count as well. Yeah.
Okay, you want to extract and count also. Basically, let me if ever if you count see we have a if we have a query for a query Apex class in Salesforce. So I think we have a query for Apex classes. Let me do one thing. So just we can query also. Let me check we have query Apex class. Mm. So yeah, we can means we can query means yeah we can check how many component we have in our system or what are the Apex classes. So what we can do, we have a Apex class here, and let me see it gives a count also. Apex classes, and if you see here you can put a filter, right? If you
Mhm.
click on this, it is giving me the see which class you want, name of the class, and I think it gives the count also. Let me give me so the count also. It gives a count also.
Yeah. Okay.
Here count here. Let me show you. So it shows a count also per list. If I see I have total number of means I have this number of classes only, right?
Mhm.
If you have more than class now, it will just do the pagination else there, and you will be able to know how many classes you have.
And can you get this information in a report format, or it's not possible? Like we have the reports and dashboards, right?
Yeah, report. I think we can means I'm not sure that we can use Apex classes in the report, but object we can use for the Apex classes. I have to check means yeah, from the for the Apex classes how many classes we have. We have means basically I used to check from here means what I used to do.
Okay.
Uh, and if you want to check that Apex classes in from the report and dashboard, I have to check that part. I'm not sure on that part.
Okay.
Okay. So this part we have. Okay. So we are just getting this uh, trigger count class and this class I want. Okay. And then I want trigger. I have to get trigger, trigger. Where's my trigger? Apex trigger. I don't want this. So let me remove this part for now. I don't want this. I don't want this also. Let me comment from now. I don't want this part now. Okay. So let me save this. After save means once see if you change anything now it will give you a white dot because means it is a you have some done changes on the file. You have to just make control S to save this file. Okay. Once you save this file, you have to right click and in the right click this is showing two things. One, deploy source in a manifest to or retrieve. So you have to when you want to take a retrieve, so you will just click on the retrieve. Okay.
Yeah.
So it have given you the some see if you want to check what you have retrieved, it is saying that your Apex test class, this class, and your helper class. These class are triggered. Okay. These two classes are triggered means we are retrieve these two classes and where it is where this class has been pointed out to the classes inside the classes these are the two classes. And when we talk about trigger it is saying that trigger are inside the default trigger account contact trigger. Okay. So if you see this is my classes Apex classes. If I click on this, see this class it is showing here. Okay. And if I click on this Apex class it is showing here.
Yeah. And what is the other file like meta.xml?
So it is an XML file. When we create a class na, we this automatically create this XML file.
Okay.
When every class have an XML file.
Mhm.
Okay. If you see now, if you click on this Apex classes, it is means when you click any classes, it gives you option of active. See, it gives a status active, right? If you make deactive, it will not be visible. Just like a trigger, we have to active, not active, na? That part we have. So it is just like a XML file. XML file means it will show you what is the version of your class. It is 56.0. So it can be different for different org. For this org, it is 56.0 and status is active. Okay. And for every for see if you see now it is showing the XML file for the trigger also.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we have to write a test class. And I told you how to write test class. We have to give a annotation to for giving a class to become a test class. Okay. So if I say this is my just give me 1 minute. Message okay, no message coming. Okay. So so this so what I have to do whenever you are writing a class which is calling from your trigger, right?
Mhm.
So for that classes, you know you never cover trigger means you will never cover trigger classes or you will not write that test classes for the trigger. When you
Mhm.
do any operation DML insertion, that DML operation, it can be insert delete update, so it automatically call this trigger. For example, you do insert account, and if you have any trigger insert account, so that test class automatically cover this trigger.
Yeah.
You don't have to specify that trigger name where for this trigger you want to write a test class. Whenever you are writing a test class for triggers, so you have to do a DML operation.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is my test class, and I told you whenever we write a test class, so we have to give annotation is @test.
Yeah.
So before writing the test class, we have to understand the functionality of main class, then only we will able to write the test class, right?
Mhm.
So if I go to the main class, so what my main class is doing, it is first it is doing adding contacts whose account ID is not equals to null.
Any contacts, who's the contact is not equal to that. Okay. Yeah.
So it is checking whose account ID is not equals to null. So it means we want contact data,
Mhm.
right? Hello.
Yeah. I can hear you.
Yeah. So basically, first, whenever you are writing, means what in a test class, what we do, we write a unit test cases for the our classes. So first we have to understand our class, what this class is doing. So what my class is doing, it is checking a contact record, those contact whose account ID is not equal to null.
Mhm.
So I have to insert those contact in which I have to put account ID. If I don't put account ID, so it will not come inside this loop.
Yeah.
Understood?
Yeah.
And then we have to do the updation also, right? Now we have to means I have to insert the account also,
Yeah.
because we are querying from account
Mhm.
on the basis of contact account ID.
Mhm.
So I have to create contact and account both.
Yeah.
Understood?
Yeah.
Any doubt?
No, good.
Okay. So to write a test class, what we have to do, see, one way of declaring a method is @ is test is test. Okay, then we have public void con method. Then we can write system dot debug hello.
Yeah.
Okay, now this I'm just showing how to deploy the code. Means I
Mhm.
have when I retrieve this class, I don't have any method in this class, right? Now I
Mhm.
have to deploy this class, so I will do right click. It is showing deploy this to a source org. When I click on it, it is showing is declared as static. Okay, we have to make a static here. Deploy, deploy, deploy this deployed. So okay, see, now I have created my class with the this method. Okay,
Yeah.
and I have deployed to the org also. So it is showing, see, deployed source, and where we have changed, it is state is changed, where we have changed in the Apex class, that name is trigger account class test.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Then now what we want account, and that account should have contact, right?
Mhm.
So what I will do, I will create an account first. Account AC equals to new account AC dot name equals to the same. dancing here, dancing. Let me put dancing, and let me check whatever field we have. Yeah, AC dot. Let me go to the this object manager, and we have account. Go to the account object, and then we have account name, active billing address. Let me give some description also. My first test class account. Okay. So I have created this account, but what I have to do, let me insert, insert ACC. Okay. Now what I want to create an account also, right? Sorry, contact. So how I will creating a contact? Contact, contact, con equals to new contact. Okay. And my con dot first name. F
Yeah.
F I my first first name equals to con. Then I will write con dot last name equals to con last. Okay. Then we have email field also. Let me call dot email equals to test@gmail.com. Then we have to, what we have to do, what we are missing here. Hello, Arjun, you are there?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what I have to do now? We have seen condition, right? Dot account ID. Whenever we are creating account, whenever we are creating a contact, we have to put account ID, because our trigger is our trigger is we have to count the number of contact related to one account.
Yeah.
So it
So.
will be counting from account only, na? Which account is inserted in my account on my contact.
Mhm.
Okay. So what I will be writing here, acc dot id, because this account which I'm inserting, I want this account should be attached to this contact.
Okay.
Understanding what is the flow we are writing? It is, you understand what I'm doing?
Yeah. Yeah. Understood.
Yeah. So basically,
Mhm.
this is a test cases, means what we are doing on the functional part. What we say, okay, whenever I am creating the contact, that contact should have some account.
Mhm.
So that account should be there, right? So we have to create an account also to tag with that contact. Okay.
So are these test cases determined from the testers, or how does a developer write the test cases, or the QAs take these test cases to write the test case? How does the test case work?
See, test class means test cases are like what your functionality is doing. That your that code, this code will be run at a runtime, right? Whenever, but you have to test it, right? You have to test it. Is it working or not? So you
Mm.
have to write your test cases. So what your test cases is means what your code is doing, right? So you have to write a test cases. So if you write the test cases, this method should pass. Means this the method we are writing inside class, this class, now this method should be passed. If
Okay.
this method is not passing with our test scenario, na, so it means we are doing some that code is breaking somewhere.
Yeah. And in the class, do you do like that hard coded only? Like you put it dancing and my name
See,
is.
basically we don't do means name dancing, right? We will do one thing. We will just create a global variable.
Okay.
In the global variable, we will put dancing description because this is a static data, is a test case.
Yeah.
So when we are running this test class, it will just take this data. If this data is working fine, it will working fine for the dynamic data also, right?
Mhm.
So it is just like a test case. You are testing if the account is there, you are and that account is inserting to my contact record. So that functionality is working or not.
Yeah.
To to validate that, so I'm writing my test cases.
Yeah.
Understood?
Yeah. And I keep on hearing about test coverage, and that is that something related to this too? Like, because people say that, oh, it's only 70% or 80% is covered.
Yeah, basically see whenever we are deploying code to production, na,
Mm.
so it is mandatory to cover your classes means more than 75.
Okay. Yeah.
If you don't cover the 75 coverage, na, it will not move your class to the production. And second point, if your class is covering some 85%, na, if your
Mhm.
class is covering 85% and you have any error on your method, so then also you are not able to move it. Okay, so let me say okay, so
Every
see,
class, every class will need to have a test class.
yeah,
Other.
every class, every trigger, every test class means every single class will have your test classes. Without test classes you can't move that thing to the see. They are two-way testing, but for example, if if a tester test is out of scenarios, right? So what he will do, he will do the testing manually, right?
Mm.
What he will do, it will just go to the UI, data, contact record, and after creating a contact record, it will see that on the UI, it is showing count one or not, right?
Yeah.
But to do the automation testing, this is a test cases.
Right. Okay.
So this is validate. Okay, we have some account, and account is inserting to a contact.
Mm.
That this is automation testing. We can say this is an automation testing.
Mhm.
It will run the test cases. If you work on the hacker earth, right, we have to pass our test cases there. So these are type of test cases only, means this test cases is passing, so my method will automatically pass. If that method is breaking, means by passing this data, so my method is breaking, so I have to check where it is failing because I'm passing right data, right? So it is
Mm.
failing somewhere, I have to check.
Okay.
Understood?
Yeah. Good.
Okay, so let me deploy this. So you should have matlab 85%, meaning more than 75% code coverage. But it is giving variable does not exist ACC. Okay, let me do. I have put ACC. Okay, let me save. Deploy this source org. Now what I was getting invalid type contact. We have written contact line number. If you want to check the error, na, see you can check error here. It is saying that variable does not exist ACC. Okay, so see line number 9 and 12. Okay,
Mhm.
variable does not exist AC. So I've just given ACC here, so it will be ACC, ACC, ACC. Then we have put new, and this is contact, not contact. Okay, so you understand you how to check error. If you want to check error, you could find here also.
Yeah.
A variable does not exist at line number 8, line number 9, line number 12. Okay,
Mhm.
let me say deploy to this source org. See, now code is deployed.
Yeah.
Okay, L- and it is okay. Okay, let me go to my developer console and let me check we have changed code here or not. Let me close this. Okay, yes, let me close this also.
But in real time, it's not going to be so easy, right? You need to go through different environments and everything.
Yeah, it will go. it will go one by one, means see, we have developer org, then after developer is done, then it will go to UAT org,
Yeah.
then UAT it go to SIT, means how your, how the project goes on, but it basically goes dev to UAT, UAT to SIT to product prod.
But again, again, it's when they say it's more like checking into the Git and doing the branching kind of a thing.
Hmm?
Basically, they don't directly deploy. They deploy directly to the or they do it into a check-in. So
Yeah,
how
yeah. Basically, see what we will do now. We are just deploying this org, right? Just we are deploying this to the org part.
yeah.
Once it is deployed to org, now we will just do a Git. We have a Git repository. What
Okay.
we will just see why, see this code. If this org goes on, so why all code will be vanished? It will not. We don't have a track, right? Once
Mhm.
you deploy the ghost, once you deploy the code to your org, this code will be deployed to a Git first.
Right. Okay.
This code will be deployed. See, my code is deployed, right? So what I have to do, same this folder of file, same this file of folder will be present in my Git repository also. I will create a, whenever, see what, how the project goes on. Let me give you some higher level of idea. See, we have repository, right? That repository will contain master branch.
Mhm.
Okay, inside that master branch we will have different type of branches. It can be int branch, it can be UI branch, it can be a SIT branch. Okay,
Mhm.
once we have done the code changes on a dev org, my
Mhm.
dev org is working perfectly. I have tested, do the unit testing, and my all cases are doing fine. Now what I will do, my changes are in the code in the org. I have my changes. Now before moving to UAT, it will, this code will move my UAT branch.
Yeah.
It is job of DevOps do this thing, means I will just puts my code to the UAT branch.
Mhm.
Okay, so what I will say, I will take a pull. I will take a pull of my UAT branch. Okay, after taking a pull, I will do git add. I will do git dot add. So git add will do the, take my all the changes. Then I will do good git dot push. It will push, git dot push will push my all the changes to my branch where I want to push.
Mhm.
So this means you, if you, I think you understand, like we are just deploying the code to org and taking a retrieve from org. It is a
Yeah.
means we are connecting with the org, but this code is to be moved to the repository only. And we have some git commands. So the git commands, it goes to the repository.
Right. Right. Okay. Got it.
Uh, Understood?
And the repository is always connected to the org.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean that job is done by the DevOps. They set up the system like that. You will, you it, they will give you that name of the branch where you have to pull, where from where you have to pull, where you have to commit. They will give the URL also,
Right. Okay.
because you will not do that. How you will know that which branch and which is your master branch, which is your in branch? So they, all the data is provided by your DevOps only. They will say, okay, this is your UAT branch. When you are doing changes for UAT, you have to push your code to this branch only. You can't push your code to the int. You have to push your code to the UAT branch only.
Mhm. Yeah. Cool.
Understood? Any doubt?
No, no, I'm good.
I
Thank you.
mean, this, from the VS code only, the code will also pass to repository. Same how we are passing to this org, na?
Yeah.
Same way we will pass the code to the repository also.
Okay.
Okay. Let me open resource, and always try to open. Don't click on open. Try to open this only. Okay. This open test open. Why it is not open? Open test. Okay. Open resource. Open resource. Why Okay, so this is my test class. And what was my main class name? That was trigger helper. Control C, open resource, Control V, open. See, and I have to check this. I have to check the coverage for this class. Okay,
Mhm.
so what I will do, I will click on this class and we have this button here, run test.
Yeah.
When you run a test, you will check, you will see your code is running here. And I think my code is failing. It is giving me cross. So if you check your error, what is saying? Insert failed, insert failed, line number 38. Line number 38. Okay, it's line number 38. It's saying helper class. Line number 38. Line number 38 is saying failing. Line number where is line number 38? 38. 38, 38, 38. Here it is failing. Let me cover this part. Because we have record on insert only, not delete, right?
Yeah.
So let me run this class again. Okay, let me close this. So this is again I have to run my test class. Once you have do the changes, you have to run your test class again. What are it is giving? Username already exists. Okay. So I have to give some different username. That username already exists. The username should be unique, right? So
Yeah.
let me give data data account testing for for test class. Let me deploy this to all and run me this class again. My class name open trigger helper. Why it is not searching for me? Let me copy the name. Copy. Let me it is okay. It is opening. Okay. So let me run this class again and just check what is filling again. Username already exists. The number username it does not need measure username. Okay. So this email ID also, na? This mail ID is test.gmail.com. We all have this mail ID also. Let me put now why it is giving this. Let me do one thing. Copy. Where it is giving the error line number. Class asynchronous demo method example. Okay, set why it is not failing. Okay, let me do one thing. Copy. We have lots of classes. It is not calling for the so asynchronous demo. Okay, let me give this class is failing. Let me remove all the code from here. Just give me 1 minute. Let me run this class again. Total fail one. Why method doesn't? Why this class is ending? I don't know why. Is that a rendering test insert con? Uh, Why this class is running? Method doesn't in case void example. Line number void example extends demo. Why this class is running? Pass this list of contact and old list of contact. Just give me 1 minute. Trigger account class test. Trigger account class test. This is my test. I have to run this class. This class on the cover. Let me open my trigger also. Okay, let me check. Okay. So see, so it is giving the error for not my class. It is giving for the error for this class. See, asynchronous demo, right? So my aim was not to cover this class. My aim was we have this trigger. Let me open my trigger. My trigger should be covered, right? Let me go there. And what my trigger name was count. My aim was to cover this trigger, right? Because we are writing a class for to covering that trigger only. If I go open control V open. Okay, let me run this class. Run. Okay, if I go to my trigger and if check, see 100% coverage. So this I want to cover. Okay, and from this trigger, once the record is inserted, so which class will be called? See it when it say blue na means this line of code is covering. And now where is my test class? Sorry, my main class. If you see 75 coverage is showing me, right? See, it is covering the whole class.
Yeah.
Understood? It was giving an error in a different class, not in my class.
Okay.
Okay. So how to check how many coverage is showing there? You can check here. That count dot method is 75%, and you can check here also. If you see trigger helper class is 75%. And count contact. This is my trigger, right? Count contact.
Yeah.
We are working for these two only. This count contact and trigger helper. So once you that out, I told you whenever you are writing the class for trigger, so what you have to do? You have to do a DML operation because it is for after insert and after delete and after update. Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
So this is a basically how to write a class, means how to write a test class and how to check the coverage.
Yeah.